So today we are going to be reading part of 2 books. This book, it's called Dancing at the Pity Party, A Dead Mom Graphic Memoir. And then City Spies. I've heard really good reviews on this one. This one I've never heard of. I just grabbed it at the library. So we're going to read the first 2 chapters of each one. Come back every night for the next 2 chapters. If they're not posted every night, then please comment on some of my shorts or even this video. We need to remake, or you need to make the other chapters. Just remind me, because sometimes I'm a little. Sometimes I forget little things like that. So hold on, guys. Let me put on my hair. I will be right back. This boy band my DM say I'm pretty. Okay, guys. I had that song stuck in my head like all day. Like I kept saying it with my best friend Cody, and she was like, I don't even know what you're saying. And I was like, this boy be at my DM say I'm pretty. Okay, anyways, let's get to this book. Sorry, I don't know why that's folded. My mom used to tell me I had Minnie Mouse eyelashes. She taught me to speak my mind, to arrange my belongings in rainbow order. My mom does that too sometimes. And to spread the cream cheese all the way to the edges of the bagel. She was gentle and silly and annoying and dorky, and she didn't take crap from anybody. In 2008, the summer after my first year of college, she was diagnosed with cancer. By spring break my sophomore year, she was dead. Not to be melodramatic, but it was the worst. I really hope you guys enjoy the book. This is the introduction, by the way. If I look over and I keep staring over there, it's because my cat is being super weird. Our culture has a bizarre relationship with death. We don't like to talk about it except in bland platitudes and over-the-top horror movies. Death is sad and sometimes really scary. But hold on. Sorry, I had to check a word. But oscillating between euphemisms, I think, and torture porn does not make a healthy relationship with morality make. Hello, my mom died, what now? So as frizzy, anxious 19-year-old who suddenly found herself motherless, I felt, as my therapist put it, like I was on an iceberg out to sea. I didn't want to say porn, so I kind of whispered. Okay. I was rudderless and raw, and the worst part was that no one wanted to talk about any of it. My dad and 2 younger sisters were definite allies. But we were still so stuck in our own grief that none of us could see the forest for the trees. My friends were sweet, and my professors were incredibly outstanding. But the deadline extensions and rousing midnight games of bananagrams were only band-aids. There was nowhere... Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna burp. There was nowhere to put down the heavy weight. I carried it invisibly. I didn't want pity and I definitely didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable. Even comforted someone else about the death of your own parent. It's very awkward. All I wanted was to be able to mention offhand that I've missed my mom and not have it be a whole thing. I also really, really wanted to be able to make jokes about it and have people laugh without holding it back. I'm gonna actually start not letting you guys see the pictures, only because it's kind of hurting my hand. We are almost to chapter 1, which would be the second chapter, basically. I still find myself searching for a book or a movie or website or, I don't know, snap story that cradles my grief without smothering it. This book is for my mom and for me and for anyone struggling with loss who just wants someone to get it, you know? Chapter 1, Ma. First of all, let's get one thing straight. My mom was the coolest. She wasn't some sad sack in a sick bed waiting to die. Even when she was a sad sack in a sick bed waiting to die. It's so easy to picture how she would respond to things in my life even now, because she left such a permanent mark. My mom was an inch shorter than me at 5'7". She had smiley brown eyes and a dark pixie cut with a signature swoopy cowlick on over her forehead. Her arms were soft and freckly. She had extremely graceful hands. She usually smelled like one of the millions of hand creams she applied religiously, almond or apricot or cocoa butter. Everything about her face was pointy. Her nose, her sharply arched eyebrows, and thin lips she didn't like. She had a very endearing gap between her front teeth. Like me. She barely wore any makeup and dressed in a familiar boring uniform of jeans and solid colored shirts and comfortable shoes. Anytime I told her she smelled good, she'd say, "Thanks, it's my natural aroma." Okay. She was quiet and polite in public with a sense of humor that could be described as sneaky. Her specialty was walking down the grocery store aisle with a very straight face, then doing a blink and you'd miss it, bunny hop around the corner and continuing down the next aisle like nothing happened. Once she was watching a Saturday morning cartoons with me and an episode of Rocko's Modern Life made her laugh so hard she fell off the couch. She teased me for the way I said vegetable. This says, say it again, vegetable. And she did a hilarious impression of Jan's embarrassing cheerleading routine from the Brady Bunch. Looks of intense concentration, dramatically jumping an inch off the floor. When I was a little kid, she'd soothe my boo-boos with the kiss vacuum she made up. You know, like boo-boos, like out, like, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. Like, should I show something? I don't know what to show, because a lot of my stuff is gone, but there was something there for my cat and my dog. Sometimes she'd give me a hug and snuggle up my ear and whisper, "Aren't you glad I'm not redacted?" The name of my friend's mom. A perfectly nice and normal lady who has the misfortune of being our code. Someone else who wasn't me. When she was plotting to order pizza, she said, "I'm in the mood for something round." She was not particularly touchy-feeling, but she held my hand every time we crossed the street together, even when I was a teenager. She also used to wink, and somehow it was never creepy. Magic. I mean, I don't know if mine is creepy or not, but kind of is. My mom hated making cell phone calls, but she loved thrill rides. Once on a family trip to an amusement park, my mom insisted on riding this terrifying looking thing called the Mighty Axe. None of us wanted to join her, but she really didn't care. We just watched in horror from below while she nonchalantly blew us kisses. I thought she was a hero. I also thought she was going to die. I was just off by a few years. As I got older, she'd begin dragging me into the thrill rides with her, and I'd eventually end up having fun, but that did nothing lessen my fear beforehand. What are ya, a wimp? Yes. I spent so many teeth-chattering hours in line with her trying to talk my way out of riding. My stomach / back / toe hurts. Look at that little girl. She has Velcro shoes and she's going on it. One of her tried and true saying was, "When mommy's around, nothing bad can happen," which she continued using after I stopped calling her mommy. Let me see how many more pages are left. Wait. Oh, that is the last page of chapter 2 of this book. Okay. That was the end of this book. Well, chapter 2 at least. Okay, so I'll be back for this book. Yeah, we are already at 14 minutes for this video, so I'll have to, I'll do this. I'll do this in a separate video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the book. Come back tomorrow or the next day, because I might be busy tomorrow, for part 2 of reading the book. Please make sure to like and subscribe, turn on those post notifications. I really don't edit because I don't have an editor, only because I'm not rich, so and I'm a noob. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the book. Like and subscribe. Bye.